Hey, it's January 2022. I'm so excited about tonight. Okay, you guys. So my name's Erin. If we haven't met yet, this is our team call, first team call of the year. And just so you know, I have moved the date and the time for 2022 to the first Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. And so it is what it is. If you have to rock the replay, you have to rock the replay. But I'm gonna host the team call, the downline team call on that first Tuesday. And then the other Mondays and Tuesdays and days of the week throughout the month, you're working your business, you are showing up with your team, your coaches, maybe your upline is going to host a call. So it just gives you an opportunity to meet with your team. Now, I have a lot of great lessons and content I'm going to be going live on the team page about. You're going to see the team page blowing up in the next few days with some good stuff. So just kind of stay tuned to the team page. So the Fit Fighter Nation page is where I'll be bringing other trainings, maybe extended trainings. Depending on how far we get tonight, I might add a little additional training to it. But I'm just really excited to over deliver as your upline mentor, honestly, and helping you not just grow your business, but grow your mindset to a place where you like feel unstoppable, like no matter what. And I think that tonight will help you get there. And so make sure you're on the Fit Fighter Nation page. When you guys sign up, coaches, add them to the Fit Fighter Nation page. And to be honest, like it's totally up to you if you want to add your preferred customers or not. I mean, I was just kind of thinking about that. I'm like, wow, tonight's call would be super helpful for even our preferred customers. So if you want to grab the recording and send it out to them, go ahead. Let's do that, right? It doesn't matter to me. But anyway, I'm just really excited. So a couple of things just for you to know about the team page before we jump into tonight's call. What I like to do is when we have an event or a training coming up, I like to make an event on the team page. And so that way you can click RSVP, you can click going to it, and then you get notifications reminding you about that event or that training coming up. Okay, so that's how I like to organize things, just the events on the team page. Some things coming up to know, all right, is that next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock, because I'm doing this with Meg, we're doing an Emerald training. So we are going to do a business focused training. It'll be about 30 minutes long where we are explaining the first rank of the business, and not just in terms of like what is Emerald, but like why you want to do that now. Okay, especially in January, why you want to become part of the lead program, why you want to give yourself a raise, right, in your income, that kind of thing. So make sure you know that that's coming. I will always record everything. Okay, I'm just not always uploading it that night so you can watch it at 10 p.m. because usually I'm like, okay, I'm done now. Like I got to get out of the office. So that will be coming up. Let's see. I posted about this on the team page, and it's called Project U 2.0, where I'm taking applications from those of you who are just ready to run and take massive, messy means not perfect, action in your business and just grow it in a big way. And so just know that if you're ready to go take your business to the next level and be mentored by me and some of the other girls I collaborate with and others on other teams, apply for that. And you won't hear from me for a while after you apply, because then what I'm doing is I'm paying attention. Okay, I'm paying attention. And I'm like, all right, well, what are they going to do with this desire this month? Because the deadline's not until January 27th. So I'm going to check you guys out and see, like, are you going to help some people? Are you going to, advance the Emerald or get your Emerald back? Like, what are you going to do? So pay attention to that. If you want to be mentored by me and some of my other colleagues, I guess you would call us, go to that post on the team page and check it out. Okay. And if you have any questions about it, just let me know or ask your Star Diamond upline. And we've kind of chatted about it a little bit, but this is what I'm going to drop on the team page tomorrow. Okay. Jenny Fellows and I are going to lead a group called Project U. That's my name for everything this year, Project U 1.0. And that's going to start next Wednesday. If you want to be in 2.0, you need to be in 1.0. Okay. All right. 1.0 is a coach kickstart for the year. Action-based coach kickstart. I want to post on social. I need to invite some people. I'm ready to start my first challenge group. I'm ready to take action. I need to have a place that inspires me. I need to have a place to ask questions, to like do this thing. It's perfect for you if you're new at coaching or you need a kickstart. Like you just need to be like, I need some positive people to surround myself with that are ready to just go into this business. And we're kind of at that starting level. Okay. It means you could have been a coach for 5 years and you're like, I need a kickstart. Like, if you need a kickstart. Okay. So it'll just be 14-day group. Okay. It's not this like month-long thing. We're just going to show up and like, all right, you guys, let's take some action. We'll give you some guidelines. We'll give you some structure, give you lots of ideas, but that's going to start next Wednesday. Okay. So just know I'm going to go on the team page tomorrow and I'm going to launch that and give you all the info you need to know about it, but it's not going to start for a week. Okay. So you're like not behind. Nobody's behind. We're all good. We got plenty of time. Okay. So lots of good things coming to the team page. The second thing, I'm sort of dragging my feet because I'm waiting. I'm trying to figure out I'm not dragging my feet. I'm waiting to figure out one small little thing here, but I'm going to be announcing a team-wide diamond retreat that I will be hosting in September, mid-September in Orlando for our team. And this will be for diamonds. Okay. New diamonds, active diamonds, new star diamonds. Like there's going to be an awesome opportunity for you to go on a retreat. I'm never going to go to Orlando and not go to Disney. Okay. So that will be part of it. And that's a qualification. That's something that not everyone will earn, but some of you will. Okay. And it's going to be amazing, but I just got it. It's a really big deal. I want to do it right. And I want to go big or go home. There's a couple details I want to work out before I launch the whole thing. So just know that building your business to the rank of diamond and beyond this year will be super fun because you're helping lots of people and you're going to build your business and make a little bit of extra money, but it will also have something really fun that you get to do with an elite level of coaches on your team. Okay. So that'll be mid-September. Don't worry about all the details yet, but I'm going to get that to you so you can have that date on your calendar and you don't schedule anything and you can think about work and all this kind of stuff and asking off and those kinds of things. Okay. So I will get that to you soon because I understand that time is of the essence there. So we can start working towards those goals and meet those qualifications. Like, does that make like that makes me super excited. I don't know about you, but like, I'm like, let's go. I mean, it's been hard for me not to like, just go on the team page and be like, this is what we're doing. Okay. So I'm just trying to figure some things out, but I just want to do everything right for us this year. And I know that it'll be a really special event. So I'm super pumped. Yeah. Megan's like, yeah, take me to Disney forever. All right. So those are some of the things to be aware of that are coming up in January and some stuff that I'm going to be putting on the team page. Okay. Now, so tonight, what I'm going to go over tonight is I'm going to help you determine your goal for 2022. I keep wanting to say 2020, but it's 2022 now. And I know that doesn't sound like super sexy at all, right? And help you cast this vision for yourself around that goal. But I will tell you what, that when I thought about it and I was like, this isn't like that exciting, but I'm like, yeah, it is, because we're thinking about our future. And this is something we have 100% control over. And I remember before I started coaching, I honestly never thought about my future in this way. Like I was just like walking through the motions, like getting through each day. And the only thing that I thought about the future was like the kid's next birthday. Like we never had vacations planned really. We never had my income was so set because I was a teacher on a salary, on a capped salary. David was too. So like every year I knew exactly how much money I was going to make. And the only way to make more money was to take on more responsibilities, like sponsor more clubs or coach a sport or whatever. And I was like, yeah, that's not possible, So like dreaming and having goals, like I didn't do that as a teacher, as a mom. Like I didn't do that as a woman. And I was just going. Like, I don't know if anybody knows that feeling or has that feeling where you're just almost like a zombie, like, okay, where's the next day going to take me, like working for the weekends and everything like that. And so it wasn't until I was a coach where I learned how to like dream and cast visions, because this is our coaching business, is what we have control over. Like, we don't have control over everything. And, but we have 100% control over this, because we have 100% control over our effort and our attitude and our belief when it comes to our business, right? We have control over our social media and what value we add to the world and our energy. We have control over so much. And your coaching journey through personal growth and development, one of the vital behaviors, will help you so much with all of this. And so never ever downplay PD or personal growth. And I will tell you what, if you're looking for a book right now, I've got a book that I've gone back to that I'm super excited about. Like, I posted on Facebook and Instagram today my 5 books that I'm really looking forward to reading and rereading. But there's one in there that I think is so awesome, and it's Gabby Bernstein's Super Attractor. Okay, some of us are doing her 21-day manifesting challenge. And like, I used to think that like manifesting and meditations and PD was like kind of crazy talk, right? And now I'm like all about it, and it changes everything. And so I listened to her book on Audible the first time. So if you're needing something to help you like open yourself up to an energy that's receiving great stuff from the world, right, is Super Attractor. I learned so much from that. So Gabrielle Bernstein, I love her. She's so good. And she's on a different level, okay, when it comes to mindset. And I'm like, teach me all you know, because you're always open and like so positive. And she's gone through so many hard things in her life, and she's still going. So I love that one. But so this teacher has created some worksheets for you. I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about, but they're on the team page. They're also in the event. So if you're able to pull it up on your phone or device or whatever while you're watching our Zoom, cool. If you are able to print it out, even better, right? Okay, if not, grab your notebook and you're just gonna follow along with me. So I'm gonna share my screen so that you can see what I'm talking about here. Okay, so these are on the team page. You can download and print. Let me go to present mode here. Canva's so fancy. I wish I would have had this as a teacher. I guess this is what everybody's using these days. Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? You good to go here? Yes, you can see it. Okay, cool. All right, so I've got 3 pages here. I don't know how much we're going to get through tonight. If we don't get through it all, it's cool. Like I said, I'll go on the team page and do more. We'll be here for an hour. That's it. Okay, till 8:30. I'm not going to keep you any longer than that. And if you have to go beforehand, it's okay. I'm going to upload the recording. But I want you to get into a receiving mindset, meaning I am open to a new idea. I'm open to a scary thought, meaning like, not scary as in danger, but like scary as in exciting. Okay. Scary as in new, scary as in like just positive. Okay. Like, open yourself up to possibilities that are limitless for you this year with your Beachbody business, not just you and your health and fitness goals, your business. We all have in our hands a business that can do amazing things if we want it to, okay? And if we're willing to put in the work. And part of the work about this business is up here, okay? We could grind it out and work ourselves to death and make a lot of money, but we also will not be able to sustain that and help it grow each year without really working on our mindset. And so that's what part of this is tonight, like determining a goal, casting your vision. This is mindset work that we know we need to do, but I don't think we always do it. And so we're going to do it tonight. So notebooks open, pens and pencils ready to go. And you are just ready. If it pops into your head, you're writing it down. You do not have to share any part of this. I'm not going to ask you to unmute and read aloud and hold each other's hands or anything like that. I'm just going to ask you to be here for you and to let all the other distractions go, and any of your limiting beliefs and any of your past that's holding you back to no longer hold you back. We're only looking ahead. I always say this in my cycling classes is our eyes are ahead. They never looking behind us. They're at the ground. We're always looking ahead. And that's what this is all about. And so the first thing we're going to do is do something that is where we determine our goal for the year. And then we cast a vision around that goal and what it looks like for us. And so let's get started. Maybe you already know your goal. Okay. So if you already know your goal, you can write it down. If you don't know your goal, let me kind of talk you through this a little bit. So what is your goal this year? By December 31st, 2022, what are you doing? What are you accomplishing with your business? And I want to encourage you to think about maybe your goal for your business in two ways. Perhaps it's a income-based goal, or maybe it's a rank-based goal, because in our Beachbody business, those are two goals that we can very easily create action plans around and a blueprint for. And you may not know, like you might like write a number down. You're like, that's like, I don't even know. Like, what were you talking? Like what, like this says, I'm like, my example, I'm earning 50K, 50, Avery was like, what's that mean? $50,000. It was so funny. She's like, kilometers. It was so funny. I'm like, no, there's a dollar sign. So $50,000 by December 31st. Okay. That's a real example. I have friends and colleagues that have lots of numbers on theirs, right? My number is huge and scary, but it's making me become a new leader. That's for damn straight. Okay. So I'm earning X number of dollars by 12/31. That's an example of a goal. My team is a 5-star diamond team by 12/31, right? You may have one person on your team. You might have 0 people on your team, right? And you're kind of like, I'm not really sure where to go about this. If you don't know a lot about rank, then pick an income. That would be amazing to make by the end of the year. And you're like, I don't know what's possible. That's okay. That's what we figure out in the meantime. That's what you figure out in the meantime. If you're like, okay, to get out of debt, to pay off this credit card, to do this thing for my family, to whatever, right? It would be really awesome if I brought in 20K this year with my side business. Okay, well then guess what you're going to be doing? How do I do it? How do I do this? You're going to be looking for those answers. You're going to start to channel your energy into that 20K or that 50K or that 5-star diamond, right? When you sign up a new coach or you whatever, you're like, okay, I'm going to 5-star. So what side do I put them on? Like you have everything just like it, you make decisions differently. You look for information differently because you have a goal. Okay. So write down your goal. It should be bigger than diamond. Diamond is something you're going to do January, February, March. Okay. If you're wanting to do some big things, your diamond's going to happen in the first quarter. Okay. So make it bigger than that. After diamond, a very solid goal would be 2-star diamond, because when you're a 2-star diamond, you open your second business center, which just really gives you a great opportunity to boost your income in a huge way. Some of you are already diamonds or 1-star. So let's think bigger than 2-star. Okay. Because again, we're popping diamonds in Q1, you guys. So that's happening in your downline. So let's go bigger than that by the end of the year. If you're thinking rank, if you're thinking income, pick a number that's worth fighting for. That would help you and your family in so many amazing ways. And so then what we do after we do that is we do start to imagine what that goal looks like. Okay. And this is the biggest part in the whole wide world. And this is where I want your pen, pencil, just to keep moving on the paper as I'm talking to you guys. If you have any questions, put them in the chat box as I go. Okay. Because I can't really see all of your faces right now, but I will see a chat. I will see a question pop up in the chat bar. Okay. So in this next box, this is compelling vision. Please, okay, just write down the goal. Okay, I'm speaking to the person. When I did this exercise with my coach, Rachel. She's my business coach. I was like, is somebody gonna see this? And I didn't write it down for a while. The whole day, I was like, I'm not writing that goal down because it was so scary, but it was there. It popped in. And I was like, what? Seriously? Where did that number come from? I'm like, what? but I wrote it down, and now it's like, it's guiding, it's everything. Okay. So like, just write it down. Okay. Just do it. We have this limitless optimism and positivity in our bones right now. If you have to adjust it later, who cares? This is not blood. It's not written in blood. So our compelling vision is, why is this goal important to you? What does that mean to you? So I had to think about my big audacious goal, and I had to make it mean something, like something to where like I got choked up thinking about it. If I do this, or when, right? When I do this, that means I'm able to help these people in this way, my family in this way, my husband in this way, my community in this way, my team, right? Part of my goal is this Disney thing, this Orlando retreat. My goal has determined that retreat, has been like, yeah, girl, that's a good idea based on the goal that you've set. Yeah, we need to do that. I'm making really like confident decisions based on the goal, because I'm like, yep, that's how you get there. That's how you get there. That's how you get there. Okay. So why is that goal important for you? What does it mean to you? Vision is a clear picture of what could be, fueled by the conviction that it should be. So we have like, a vision makes it real, and it makes it matter. Like, to a place where we are just like, yeah, I got to do this. Because for me, if I don't do it, I'm saying no to you, and I'm saying no to my family, and to the women who I'm going to lift up as leaders this year. Like, I can't not do this. It's like, when I finally, like, the goal of like becoming a full-time Beachbody coach and retiring from teaching popped into my head, and it really was like popped into my head. Once it was there, I was like, I can't ignore this, because if I ignore that, then I'm saying no to my kids. And I don't do that. I mean, I do, you know what I mean? But when it comes to like a mama bear saying no, like, no, I'm going to do it for the kids. Right. So this makes it matter. Okay. So you just wrote down whatever. You're not worried about spelling, how pretty it is, anything like that. So we're going to move down below to the vision questions. Okay. And then we'll take a little breather. Okay. The vision questions. So you wrote down your goal. Let's just say, I'm just going to go back to 50K since it's the example here. So let's say your goal is 50K by the end of the year in your business. So now what we have to do is we have to be like, okay, this is going to happen. I'm going to make 50K this year in my Beachbody business. Okay. All right. It's totally possible. We're saying that to ourselves, whatever your goal is. So now we are going to paint the picture of what it looks like to make that goal a reality. Okay. So 50K, what's it look like to make 50K? Okay. So stay with me on this one. So the first question, as you work towards your goal, your 50K goal, who are you spending time with? And this should be why, not what. Who are you spending time with as you become a 50K earner, or a 10K earner, or a 25K, or a 5-star diamond? I'm just using possible examples here. Who are you spending your time with? I know it's a different era, right? But on Zoom or in person, why does that matter? Why is that important, who you're spending your time with? Because I got to be honest, like, when I worked towards our first goal of becoming a 6-figure earning business, retiring from teaching, elite team, whatever, I honestly, I said no to things, to opportunities, to events with people, and chose the team instead, or chose my business instead, because I was in a season of growth in my business. And I made choices to spend my time with certain people that were going to help me towards that goal, that were going to hold me accountable, that were going to be on the same page as me, that, were also working towards goals in their business, and not with people who could, care less about it. Surrounding might not always answering the phone when negative people were calling, right? I mean, seriously, like that's going to bring me down. That's going to distract me. This is the only 30 minutes I got today to work. Like I'm turning that phone over. I'm laser focused, right? Like I spent my time very intentionally with certain people and said no to other people. So that's important. The second question, as you work towards your 50K goal, what are you doing? What's that 50K, that 100K, that 10K earner doing? What are you doing working towards that goal? What are you doing? Just write down whatever pops in your head. You all know way more than you think or what you believe. That was a big one for me. Okay, and then so you can keep writing. I'm just going to keep talking. You can do this at your own pace. So with that 50K goal, 10K goal in mind, what are your top 3 priorities towards making it happen? Like, what's the first thing that comes into your mind is like, if I'm going to do this, or when I do this, these things are priorities. Like they are non-negotiable priorities. Like I have to do this, this, and this. And then how are you going to honor that? Like think about our 4 vital behaviors, 4 vital behaviors as a coach. So our 4 vital behaviors as a coach, which I love because there's like just that grounding foundation. So being a proof of the product, right? Like we use our products, we're doing programs, we're drinking the shake, the energize, we're using products, like we're proof the products work. We're product of our product. We're doing personal growth. We are expanding our network and making new connections. Like we're constantly meeting new people. Okay. We're constantly meeting new people. We're inviting people to be part of this with us. Like those are the 4 vital behaviors. And so that would be a priority, is to make sure you're honoring those 4 vital behaviors if you have a business-based goal, right? But maybe you know how you need to be more specific with that, right? For you're doing a lot of things really well, but what part of those are you not maybe doing that well that you know you need to make a priority? And how can you honor making that a priority this year? Like you're like we have our power hours, right? The collaborative power hours I pinned to the top of the team page. You're like, I got to jump on those, where another top coach is leading me through a work session and teaching me how to work my business. Like so important to do that. So think about that, your priorities when it comes to your business. Valerie, be consistent. So Valerie, be more specific. That's perfect. Be more specific about being consistent. What does that mean? Okay. So what does that mean when it comes to being consistent? So just make sure you have that written down. I think we could, like, I feel that way too after the last 2 weeks. I rated my nutrition as a D. Shoot. All right. So then I love this last question because I come to it all the time with myself. What does achieving this goal look like and feel like for you physically, relationally, financially, professionally, spiritually? So we jump on a Zoom call, imagine this, on New Year's Eve 2022, and we are having a big freaking celebration because you did the thing. You did it. Like you made it happen. What the heck does that feel like and look like? Physically, how has it impacted relationships? How has it impacted you financially? How has it impacted you professionally? Spiritually? I need like calm music playing in the background, don't I? When you play music and then you upload things to YouTube, it gets all weird though, like with copyright, you know? Oh well. Okay, so if you put your pencil down or pen down or whatever, take a breath. Okay, a breather, stretch it out, right? Okay, brain break. Like just kind of tell, like, give me a thumbs up or whatever. Like, is this helpful to you so far? Yes, sir. Okay, hopefully it is. I hope so. Okay, oh, good. Oh, I like the hand raised. I love it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Good, good, good. Thumbs up. Thank you. All right, cool. Okay, so let's move on here. So let's turn the page. Now, this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite part. So what we're doing is we're taking your goal and we're creating your self-concept. Now, self-concept is who you need to become in order to achieve your goal in your business, who you need to become in order to achieve your goal. Okay. And this is where you say, you know, you kind of think about it in this way. What would a 50K earner do today? How would a 50K earner show up on a team call? How would a 50K earner show up at work tomorrow? Like, I will tell you what, like, it was pretty freaking awesome to walk around, like to be a teacher and everybody's complaining in the teacher's lounge and at lunch and all this kind of stuff. And I was sitting there like, I just got paid today, like on Thursdays. Like it was like such a cool feeling. I'm like, y'all don't get paid for like another week and a half, and I just got paid today, you know, where I just like rank advanced. Like nobody knew what it was. Nobody cared. Everybody was complaining. Everybody was in their negative little bubble. And I was just like, I got some freaking awesome things going on. Like it just felt so good to walk around as a new version of myself, right? As an evolved, as a becoming version of myself. And it felt so good to know that I was up to something big, while everybody else was kind of standing still. And I don't know if that sounds weird or not, but like to me, it was really empowering to know that I was becoming and working towards something that meant so much to my family and to our team, you know. And that was really, really awesome to have this goal to work towards and to step into a new version of myself as I did that. Because the thing of it is this level of success that we're working towards this year, we really do have to evolve. We can't get there being the same person we are today. And I mean that person in terms of our mindset. We really won't. We won't grow a solid, stable business unless we evolve, unless we grow, unless we become, unless we make a lot of freaking mistakes. Something that I've realized over and over again is that success in this business is only built upon a heaping pile of mistakes. And the people who succeed have this self-concept that okay, so that failed, that didn't work. I'm going to figure out a new way to do it. And I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to try it again. And they refuse to ever give up. Like that's this longevity in this business is where the success is, because we will not be an overnight success as a Beachbody coach, because we're talking about changing people's lives and that takes time, right? And helping someone say yes sometimes takes forever, but continuing to do that over and over and continuing to evolve and to grow and to develop your mindset, refusing to never quit or give up, knowing that making mistakes and that people saying no and that failing is just part of it, right? I mean, it's like impossible to do this perfectly because there's so many ways to do it every single day, right? So I think this is so fun to think about. So let's look through these questions. So literally just like write down the first thing that pops into your head when I ask you these questions, okay? All right, so I'm looking at the chat here. All right, Kristen popped her thumb up. Okay, thank you, Kristen. All right, so thinking about that goal, let's try to figure out who you need to become. Okay, so what obstacles or negative beliefs right now have already started swimming around in your head telling you why this is not going to work and why you shouldn't even go for it? That's easy, right? It's not going to work. No, why you shouldn't even go for it. Let's just like, we'll go ahead and we'll listen to it. We'll acknowledge it because it's there. I know it is. As soon as you wrote it down, because what happens is our brain tries to protect us from something scary. Our brain literally wants to keep us where we are right now, safe and sound. No changes, no discomfort, no failure. Our brain wants us to be like, no, you don't need to do that. You're good, girl. You're fine. It's okay. That debt is good. Like it's going to take care of itself. Don't do something scary. Oh, there's going to be so much rejection, right? It's our brain is like, no, stop. No comfort zone should ever be broken. Our job is to recognize that, okay? So that we can overcome it, because that's normal. It's normal to set a goal and be like, that's crazy. Like I was like, I didn't even write it down for a whole day. I'm like, that's just nuts. But I did, and I'm owning it. And it's so motivating. Okay, so now I loved this one because I was able to channel kind of a coach that I looked up to. So think of someone that you know. It could be a Beachbody coach or not. It could just be someone that you know, okay, who could accomplish that goal. Okay, someone you admire that could step into this business or is in this business and they could achieve it. Like you're like, that person, they could do it. What qualities do they have that you need to develop? Somebody you know. You're like, yeah, they could totally do this. Me, I don't know, but they could. What do they have? I mean, you might have it too. You just got to channel it. What qualities do they have that you need to develop? And taking it a step further, again, just writing ferociously, whatever's popping into your head. How do they think differently than you? If you know, how do they think differently? And then this next step further, and I'll stop talking for a second. What do they do that's different from what you do? And the last question, what type of person do you need to become to accomplish this goal? What type of person? What type of person do you need to become to accomplish this goal? Qualities, characteristics. I call this stepping into your 50K self, 10K self, 100K self, stepping into that person. What type of person do you need to become? Or do you just need to reconnect with? I think so many of you have all of these qualities. We let fear hold them back instead of letting love bring them out, right? And I would even, this isn't part of tonight's, but maybe even in the morning when you wake up and your mind is super fresh if you got good sleep and you got to bed a decent time. But I feel super, like, even though I might feel tired, if you put a pen and paper in front of me and I put on some like good music, I can really just go to town with some things like this. So the morning is a really good time to do this. Our brains are just ready for it. They're wired for it. But even sitting down in the morning and just on a clean piece of paper, define your new self, the one you're becoming, every part of it, even the way you look, right? The way you take care of yourself, the way you walk into a room, the type of conversations you have. If you're that 50K earner, you might have a little different swagger to your step walking into a room. That confidence level might be different. The way that you position yourself might be a little different, right? So that might be something really powerful to do in the morning, is to really define this new self. That's going to be the self that crushes that goal this year. Because I will tell you what, is that every single one of you like has all the tools, right? All of us do. We all have the same tools, the same opportunities. Okay. Every day we do. It all comes down to what's up here about how we show up. And your new concept, your new self is going to determine how you show up tomorrow and the next day. It's going to determine how you face an obstacle or a challenge. It really is. Someone says no, and you're like, cool. All right. She's just not ready right now. Okay. So I'm going to ask somebody else. Like, that's an evolution of self. Okay. It's a belief system. And creating this new self concept, and it doesn't, like, just writing this down doesn't make that you get up tomorrow and you're like totally different. It's a practice behavior. And it's asking yourself over and over again, what would my 50K self do today? What would my 50K self do tomorrow? What's the 5-star diamond coach going to say to this objection? Right? What's the 5-star diamond coach going to do when this coach cancels? Right? I mean, it's going to guide everything, but it's going to be practice. It's going to be practice over and over. And if you and I ever get on a call together or a mentorship call, you ask me a question, I'm going to say, what's your goal? What's your goal? And I would say, well, what would your 50K self do? How would you respond? How would your 50K self respond? You're already going to know. Okay. It's going to be awesome. All right. So, okay, we have some time here. So let's turn the page. This is awesome. How's it going? Doing okay? Gina, you look like you're thinking hard and I love it. Like, she's in this to win this right here. Hi. Okay. Valerie, you're still sitting in the car at practice. What time is practice over? Is that a 9? Did you say 9? You are such a nice mama. And you've already been there for 2 hours? Oh my gosh, you guys, we just started the call at 5 o'clock, so you had more to do. Okay. All right. So give us a heads up next time when you have 4 or 5, 10 hours in the car. Okay. Oh my gosh. And you can't go inside because of COVID, right? Yeah. Okay. You're such a good mama. Okay. You're good. You're good. Okay. So belief plan creation. I have something that I've done. I share this with the leaders on our team. I made my own belief plan from these questions. So every morning when I wake up or before I work like a power hour or whatever, I read my goal, my vision, and my belief plan. These are like beliefs. These are statements. So let me go to the next slide or the next page here. Okay. So, and my beliefs are this, and I've shared some of these on a power hour. So I have my goal. It's big and scary. I have my vision of like how this is going to help us. And then I read these belief statements. Here's what I say. I'm calling in leaders. I have everything I need. So these, you might call these like affirmations, but these are beliefs. Like when I say I have everything I need, like I believe that. And if I have everything I need, then that goal is not scary. Okay. If I'm call, I believe I'm calling in leaders when I post, when I show up, when I have conversations, that makes that goal a reality. So I have these statements that help me believe. And when I get a little like my head starts spinning and I start like judging myself, beating myself up, doubting myself, I have to go back to my belief plan. Okay. My statements. It's about her. I know exactly how to help women build a life-changing business. She is ready for this right now. I know exactly what to share, and it's exactly what she needs to hear. I was given gifts that change people's lives. I will use them today. I love working with smart, motivated, high achieving women. My financial goal is the tool to become the leader I'm meant to be. I'm looking for women who are ready to rise. Leading with love is always better than leading with fear. My next rock star is waiting for me to show her the way. She's literally waiting on me to ask her today. And a few more. Okay. So like that gets me in this headspace. It's like, let's go. And I write new ones down below it. I cross things off. I'm like, yeah, that's not really working for me. Like this is always also evolving. It's not like framed on my desk and it's like a mission statement or anything like that. It's a belief plan, and your belief is going to always change and grow and evolve as you do. And somebody else, like I may have said something, you're like, yes, I need that. You write it down in your belief planner. Maybe I hear someone else say something, I'm like, oh, I need to say that, right? I need to remember that. So it's always evolving for me. So this very last thing we do, this is something that for now, it's just going to be kind of like a free write, just kind of like an open brainstorm kind of session on this piece of paper or in your notebook. And then again, as the week goes on, you can evolve, you can really sit down and maybe type it out. And it's something that's on your computer. You look at it, it's on a piece of paper, it's in a folder, a notebook, or whatever, where you can see it all the time, because we've got our goal and we have to constantly remind ourselves that it's possible because we believe in it. Okay, so this is how we know this goal is possible and how we can do it. We believe that we can. So here's what we do is I've got some questions for you that you just start answering, okay, below. And I came up with my statements because what I did was I answered the questions and then I kind of circled the ones that really jumped out at me, like, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so let's do this. All right. So when it comes to your goal, okay, 10K, 50K, 5-star diamond, what do you know? What do you know about it? What do you already know? What do you already know? Why do I love this goal? Like, why do I love it? Like, this is freaking awesome. Why do I love it? Not why am I scared of it? Why do I love it? How do I benefit from it? So ask yourself the question, how do I benefit from this goal? What do I know for certain? What do I know for certain? I remember when I answered that question the first time, I was like, I know for certain it's possible, right? There's been lots of other people who've done it before. It's possible. I know I'm capable of great things, right? I mean, I know God's given me gifts that I haven't even tapped into yet. Like, I know these things for certain, right? And so there's a lot. Like, let it just go, right? Let it flow. How is this 100% in my control? How is this 100% in your control? What experience do you already have? Have you already gained or earned? Doesn't matter how long you've been a coach. You already have experience that other people don't. Okay. So, what experience do you already have towards making this happen? And then the last one is, what about this works? What is it about this goal that works? Now, whatever you have written down, maybe kind of read back over it a little bit and just kind of see some of the things you've written. And if anything really jumps out at you as something powerful or something you just really love, circle it or put a star next to it. And that those phrases or those statements will help you start your belief plan. A belief plan is something that will need to be edited, revised constantly. So you don't have to like get stuck on one thing or worry about any of it being just right or perfect. It's always evolving. So now what we do is you just kind of look at what you've circled, you know, like maybe it's possible, right? It's totally possible. It's been done before. You look at that goal and you're like, yeah, it's possible. It's been done before. And something changes in your brain and something tells you, yeah, okay. And then you look at your self concept and you're like, so what am I going to do now? Right? It shows you how to show up. It helps you know what action to take. It helps you know what to learn, right? Maybe you're like, okay, I'm new at this. I got to figure out how to help people change their lives, right? I got to learn how to do this real thing people are doing, right? Whatever. Like, okay, it's going to give you direction, right? In order to make an income, in order to rank advance, the key is helping people get results, right? That's what this is all about. And that's what I love about our business is that it's about helping other people get results. And that's like when we help other people get results, we get results. It's always all about her or all about them. When I help my coaches get results, when I help my challengers get results, I get results, right? That's what it's all about. And that's what's so like why I will never, like why I believe in what we do so much, because it is not about me. But our job is to offer the invitation, to be proof the product works, to work on our mindset so we get out of our own freaking way, so we can keep the doors open on this business that changes people's lives, that gets people results in life, right? And when I say that, it's not just about our waistline, right? Or their waistline. It's about people's mindset and the way they show up in the world. And, you know, maybe you're like, I got to lead a bod group or something. Okay, let's figure it out, right? Don't wait for anything to come to you. Don't wait for me to do a training on the team page, or for your coach to say, do you have any questions? You know, like, you guys, like, this is your business and you are the CEO. You have a goal. You've created your self-concept. You're building your belief plan, right? And now it's just time to be like, all right, there's no excuses now because I've got this. And now it's your job to be like, well, what would a 50K earner do? Okay, well, I got to get to work. Okay, that's exciting. It tells you what you need to do tomorrow, right? Maybe what kind of activity, or maybe you need to you ask some questions to your coach. How do I make that happen? Is that realistic? Will you show me how to do this, or give me the resources, or lead me in the right direction? Right? That's what this is all about. I mean, my favorite thing about being a coach is, like, I figured out a lot of freaking things on my own, and then teach them to you and just let you go do them. Right? And that's what this is all about, because I did this. I'm going to stop my screen share. I did the same exact exercise for myself and my business in November. And it gave me so much confidence and clarity about how to show up, who I was becoming, and who I needed to like what kind of shoes I needed to step into. And it took away all the doubt in the world. Right? And so this will be huge for you guys. So show me, do you have some notes? Like, did you get some stuff written down tonight? You got something? Like, you don't have to read anything. I'm just like, let's see the evidence. There we go. Okay. Keisha's A+ tonight. Okay. Awesome, you guys. I love it. I love it. Good job, Kathy. Awesome, Valerie. Oh, Shaylee. Hey, girl. I didn't know who was on there. It didn't show me like a name. Okay. Good job. Hey, good job, Stephanie. Gina, you got something? You didn't do anything. You just sat there. Yeah, I'm just kidding. You're like an A+ student too. I know it. Okay. And Megan's hopefully still awake.
I got a lot done. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be up all night.
Uh-oh. Part of your person gets good sleep though.
I know that. Yeah, I had to carry that over from last year.
You got to carry that over. Sleep is so important. Sleep is so important to have, like, that, to get rid of the brain fog, but to be able to have creativity. Right? I mean, it really is. It's so important. I know it's so hard too sometimes. So I have a time when I cut off social media, a time when I like go to bed, like, and I got to hold myself to it. It's sometimes flexible, but yeah. Okay. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to stop our recording, but you guys don't have to jump off quite yet because we'll take a photo.